Okay, so what we're going to do is I want to look at different organs, different organ systems, and we've done the microscope, we've looked at cells, I've looked at organization in terms of tissues and organs, but I want to be very specific. I want to have a look at the stomach. The reason being, biology is a subject, a topic that's full of really, really complicated words. So, let me just get that. You should be able to see on the screen coming up all the kind of work we're going to do. The lesson is on the left-hand side. That's a guide for me. Okay. Well, that's coming up in a second. So what we're going to do is when we look at the diagram of the muscle of the stomach, there's lots of words, and you start with, I'm going to write in text, you start with bullet points. Okay. Bullet points. All right. As you start with bullet points, the ones you're going to have a look at are these over here: smooth muscle, glandular tissue, epithelial tissue, lumen, and protein digestion. Now, these are pretty tough words, and you just make a list of them. But, so for example, number one is smooth muscle. Okay. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen. Let me share my screen. Okay. Here we go. Let me just share my screen. So, as I said, you're going to make a list. So you start with bullet points. And number one, so I've made them here. Right? Apologies, I wasn't sharing my screen. So these are the 4 things that you're going to learn today. All right? So you're going to learn about smooth muscle, glandular tissue, epithelial tissue, lumen, and protein digestion. Actually, there's 5 of them, not 4. So you're going to start with making bullet points. So this is where you start. And the things are all in this diagram. So we've got smooth muscle here, and it contracts to churn the stomach, to churn the things inside your stomach. So you make this list, okay? But the list by itself isn't everything, okay? You'll see what I mean in a minute. So here's a list, the keywords that you need, but you want to add more information to it, all right? So you turn around and say, the lumen, well, what's the lumen? And I'm going to pick one. The lumen is the hole inside a pipe. Your alimentary canal is like a pipe. Smooth muscle. And it tells you here, and you write in your own words, it contracts to churn the contents of your stomach. You don't have to use the same language we do. You could turn around and say it contracts and it squishes your food. Okay? Glandular tissue, well, what's that? It secretes chemicals like enzymes and hormones. All right? Now, epithelial tissue is a word that I've used, and and it'll come. You'll do more and more of it. All it means is tissue that covers the inside and the outside of bits of your body, your organs. Now, this is all cool. It's all well and good, but what you want to be able to do is put that into a way that's really easy for learning with. And the way to do that is do a mind map. And on the left here is mind maps. If I click on it, there's mind maps. All right. Now, if you don't see that, you press the positive button and you type in mind map. And you click it. And then just put it anywhere you want. Okay. So where you put it down, you then link these 5 keywords in. We're talking about the stomach. I'm just going to make it bigger. This is something that I think is really important that I couldn't or I won't do in school because in class because it takes too long. You want to add some colour to it. So I might make that bright purple. I might select it all and go, right, I want that bright purple. I want the background to be crazy blue. It's not come out crazy blue. Is that the background? No, that's not it. Oh, well, that's the outside of it. But make it interesting, all right? Make it, and try to make it cool. Okay, we're talking about stomach. We can go up, down, left, or right. And I'm going to go right just because I feel like it. I'm going to talk about the smooth muscle. You do number one first. Well, what's the smooth muscle for? It squishes your food. All right, so the next thing, I can do two things now. Either I can add something to it like this, right? Or I can go to this point over here and I can add something else here. So that's smooth muscle. And next thing I'm going to talk about is glandular tissue. And you can change it, you know. You can change the different colours. I'm not very good at this. I tried it. I don't know why it's... Oh, so the background, see, my background's black. So I can then take it and make my background white. There you go, glandular tissue. So that's your job. List these words out like I've done. And then try to make a mind map. Okay? All right. So I'm going to finish that recording.